Hi kids, welcome back to the chess lesson. Today we'll study the game between Grandmaster of Warmerdam against Ding Liren. The game is played in the Tata Steel chess tournament and it happened today on January 27th, 2024. So brand new game. Now it is a really very interesting endgame. Black is better in this endgame, although we have four pawns against four pawns. But pay attention to the white pawns; they are isolated, not protected, and that's why black has an advantage here, right? But we are going to learn so much about the Rook Endgame just studying this position. Look, here the first mistake that Ding Liren made is rook c6. Okay, the move is protecting the pawn, right? But more active move is rook h8. This move would give a better chances to black attacking this pawn, and then what could happen is like something like this, right, where you take this pawn. Now let's see what's happening here. There are two pawns that could go forward, but they are not connected. They are separated. So it is going to be possible for black to stop those pawns. On the other side, black has connected pawns here that can move forward. So connected pawns in the Rook endgames are much more valuable than separated pawns. And here black has a chance to win the game. Now, let's see what happened in the game. This move, and now rook b2. Okay. Well, the Grandmaster of Max Warmerdam wanted to protect the rank, right? It was probably better to push the pawn to a5, but it's unclear that he can make a draw with that move as well. If you want to study this position on your own, like you can practice it, that would be really nice practice. So now rook b2, and black is a pawn up. The pawn on e3 is weak, pawn on h2 is weak, black king is more active, so there are chances to win the game, but of course it's not easy. And here Ding Liren played move rook h1. Well, it is an active move, right? Of course black wants to capture this pawn, but the problem is that the white rook also becomes very active. So now white rook starts attacking from the side, and there is this interesting move e4 that separates the pawns, right? So uh, it is not easy to win this position right now, right? The computer is still giving the advantage, but it is very difficult to win because the pawns are separated, right? And after this move, what happened is again Ding Liren captured, and the problem with this move is that it's creating a stalemate. You see, the white king is in the stalemate, right? That's the issue. It was better to play rook e1, but then again, it's very questionable. You know, if you can win, maybe computers can, but for us humans, not so easy. So, well, rook h2 and check. And now this move, I think that's maybe what Ding Liren missed, because right now, after king e5, the game is a draw. It's a stalemate, right? Beautiful stalemate in the middle of the board. And the game still continued, right? See, those are the super grandmasters, both of the players. And look, even in this position, that is right now a draw, the grandmaster Max Warmerdam made a mistake and lost the game. So he had a draw, he could hold this position, but he checked. So he did very well. He put the rook from behind the pawn, right? And this is what the mistake, like Ding Liren really played very nice, tricky move. Like this is a tricky move, right? Rook goes from the other side and wants to check. So the activity of rook is important. And this is a mistake, right? This move. The other move, like king f2, had a chance to make a draw. So I would suggest you can analyze this position by yourself a little bit, because it's a good practice, to go through those positions on your own. Like for instance, here if you take, well, now the king is separated from the pawn, and it's difficult to escort this pawn all the way to the other side, because also the king is here, and this would give a chance to make a draw, right? The way it's interesting, how you need to play this position. You have to go this side, long side, right, and then check from this side, right? Um, so basically, again, the activity of rook is very important, right? We have those ideas in a Philidor position in the Rook Endgames. Now, that's not what happened, and the end of the game is still a very beautiful. Um, Rook d7 happened, and then King e5, and this moment is really marvelous. Look at this, King f2, and I think this was probably missed by Grandmaster Warmerdam. G1 Queen, beautiful end of the game, gorgeous. Now what happens here? What the trick is here? If you take with a rook, then of course this trade is going to happen. All right, look this way. You trade, and then the king goes forward, right, and you win the game, right? You're gonna escort the pawn. But the other line is also very beautiful. Look at this line, g1, and if the king takes, then rook g3 check. And what it is the black gets the opposition, right? So now again, black gets the opposition, and we know that position, right, where you are winning. And promoting into that. So let's see now, how can you benefit from this kind of endgame? Well, I would go all the way back, set up this endgame in your chess computer, like where was the move? King e5 here. That was the initial position. You set up this endgame, and you can play with the black side. For instance, on a chess.com, you really have beautiful engines, different kind of engines that you can play on Elite Chess as well, right? You can do it on Elite Chess. I like it on chess.com because because all those different engines that I can choose, and and you practice, and then you can practice the other position. You can set up any position that you want to practice, but only practicing those end games will help you, not just seeing the video, right? That's not going to improve very much your end game. You will get some ideas, but practicing them, it's going to improve your end game so much that you will play them well in the chess tournaments, right? Because they are difficult. They are really extremely difficult, especially the rook end games, right? So set up this position and play a couple of times against the engines. Hey kids, I hope you enjoy the lesson, and see you next time. Bye bye.